Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome to my channel where we discuss self-love, self-improvement, and domestic violence, a channel of learning and growing the start of my business. Today's topic is boundaries, which I feel is a very needed topic. What is a boundary? A boundary is a limit set by you upon another person to help you feel respected or comfortable in whatever situation needed a boundary is used for. Um, a boundary is used for family, friends, coworkers, basically anyone you could come in contact with. An example of one is having people be on time to meet you or even limiting contact with them. They are different kinds of boundaries, such as emotional, physical, sexual, intellectual, or financial. A emotional boundary is a boundary set by how you allow a person to make you feel or how they talk to you. um like if you're acceptable on um like if they make you feel a certain way, talk to them about that. But yeah, sometimes it can be a joke and sometimes they just need to be talked to. But and then a physical boundary is when somebody is like in your space, somebody, if they're allowed to hug you, or if how close they're allowed to be, or just your personal space. A sexual boundary is of course a boundary um of like touching, like it's similar to physical but a little bit more detail. So it's any sort of touching, any sort of sexual interaction, about like kissing, or well, you can kiss, or privately or publicly, or even anything you do in the bedroom is could be under boundaries. um Intellectual is like a conversation, like a good very broad topics such as religious, politics, or any other, or like say you're good at something and say you're talking about something, and say everyone or somebody doesn't respect your opinion about something, ending a conversation or adjusting the conversation could be a boundary. um and I feel like is a boundary probably that people don't think about and probably needs to be looked at more. Or financial boundary is pretty much if you feel comfortable loaning out money or giving out money, or people asking for money, or if you feel comfortable tithing in money for like a event or something. um or even it can be like, even if you don't feel comfortable having someone buy you something, that can be a financial boundary too. You can be like, you know what, I don't feel comfortable with you always buying me something. That can be a boundary as well. Now you may feel uncomfortable setting boundaries in the beginning, but it will get easier over time. People have different boundaries, and that's all right. But if they disregard yours, then don't ignore that. Having good boundaries helps you feel safe, happy, comfortable in your own skin, and it's just a lot healthier for you. If you have trouble voicing them, then try speaking into a mirror, writing it down, doing active meditation, preparing yourself for, for an unhealthy unhappy person, because honestly, when you confront people, you're not most likely not going to get a positive response. It is good to meditate over your comfort levels and maybe write write it down, or voice boundaries you need to set before you need them, or when you see they'll need it, take note. Always pay attention to your feelings, and be bold enough to speak up when needed. Yeah, and if you set a boundary and they say okay, and they say they will respect, then they break it again, then they break your boundaries after you talk to them, then yeah, they're not good for you, and you probably should let them go. If someone does not respect your boundaries, or maybe you see you need to set one with them, then mentally prepare yourself for the conversation. Write notes to use. Be sure to meet them in person. Because yeah, conversation such as boundaries should never be over text or over a phone call. You should in person talk to them. Be alright with a compromise if possible, um such as like if you pick them up from work or for an event and they're always running late or something, or the other way around, you're getting picked up from them and they're always running late. That's something you can talk about, like if it comes down to it, like if you're always depending on them for a ride, try to do it yourself, um stuff like that. um if you can't compromise, it's all right. It's your boundaries. Be aware that um if this person is a toxic or violent person, setting boundaries won't work, and you should just cut ties with them and not talk or see them again. However, if it is someone you feel you can reason with, plan to meet them in person, not over the phone or text. Pick a place that you both feel comfortable, and make sure you give room for them to speak. Take and if they take it well, then you all said. If they don't take it well, then you need to consider not having them in your life. um if it is a boundary that you feel like you need to have to feel comfortable, this is needed for you, then yes, they are not a healthy person, you don't need them in your life. If you feel scared of them, of their reaction to setting boundaries, then don't just let them go out of your life at any time. If you feel the conversation is unhealthy or is getting to that point, it's alright to just walk away. Boundaries are hard for everyone, and is something people need to always work on. It is always alright to say no to anyone if you do not feel comfortable. Be sure to like be sure to like and subscribe. um I will open up my videos for meditation lessons. Everyone have a wonderful day. Hope you enjoyed my video.